Why won't the YouTube algorithm recommend my videos? If you're lucky enough to get views within the first few days, hundreds of views, maybe even thousands of views, statistically speaking, those views probably died several days after publishing. This is what I like to refer to as the YouTube flatline, and it's absolutely critical to address in order to grow a successful channel. Now, here's some exciting news. Like, there are a lot of things that we can do on YouTube to get more views, like dial in really pretty fancy lighting and film with expensive cameras. But what I'm going to break down is the simplest and the easiest thing to get better results right now with what you got. Over the last 3 or 4 months, I've been recovering this particular channel, which I left for dead and really didn't upload much for years. However, I finally have come up with a strategy that's allowed me to publish videos that are getting significant views day after day. Enough views to drive 50,000 views, 100,000 views, and more. So first I want to talk about how to get significant views through recommendations in the first few days. Figure 10,000 views, totally not out of the question. Then we're going to address this flat line, kind of this thing that happens with videos, and I want to break down why it happens and what you need to do to ensure it stops so you can finally grow your channel. So the first thing to really think about is that if you don't have a strategy that will allow you to get views on a daily basis, well then as long as you're uploading and they die, you'll never really grow a huge channel. So with that, I'm really valuing 100 views a day to one individual video. But check it out, 100 views a day multiplied by 365 is 36,000 views in a 1-year period. If you publish a video and it gets 200 views a day, all of a sudden you're driving 75,000 views. And as you publish these types of videos, the whole thing compounds because we're really going to address how the algorithm works. And what I want to let you know is this is exactly why the algorithm prioritizes and likes big channels. They have a number of huge advantages. And as a small channel like mine, we don't have that luxury. Let me qualify what that means, a small channel. For me personally, it doesn't matter that I have one of these. I'm proud of this, but it's not going to help me move forward. I got this off the back of old videos that are no longer performing. So what I like to think about is how many views has the channel driven in the last 28 days. Anything less than 100,000 views is a small channel. This has a huge implication on how the algorithm is potentially going to recommend your video to a huge group of viewers. So think about this whole 100,000 views. That's what we need moving forward. And here's why. When we talk about the recommendation engine, we're really talking about two algorithms, browse and suggested, and both really pay attention to the viewers. So think about this, when you upload a video, the algorithm doesn't push your video out to a huge group of viewers. Instead, it waits for a viewer to log in. Imagine I'm just logging in, I click on YouTube, the algorithm right then is going to say, okay, we've got a viewer. What kind of video do we think that viewer is going to love and watch and really engage with? So the algorithm pulls videos for the individual viewer. It doesn't take your video and push it out to a huge group of viewers. In fact, check this out. This statement comes from YouTube. It's based on a white paper they wrote years ago about the recommendation engine. And it's based on user history. So it says, as an example, consider the user's past history with the channel that uploaded the video being scored. So when that viewer comes onto YouTube and they're looking, the first thing the algorithm does is what channels is this viewer watching right now, and that's going to pull videos. And I want you to think about this algorithm, the recommendation engine, as having two big buckets. And in order to get your video recommended, you have to do everything you can to ensure that your videos land in those buckets. You get two buckets rather. And if your video doesn't land in that bucket, YouTube is never going to pull your video and you're going to struggle. So imagine 6,000 views. In order to get 6,000 views, you'd want to have an audience that has been watching your videos of, say, 100,000 viewers. on YouTube. They've already watched your previous videos. Then when those viewers come online, the algorithm is going to be more likely to take the last video you published, you see where I'm going, and recommend that video to that individual viewer. And that is the thing that big channels have over you and me. They have a huge audience in real time. This is a challenging thing. And this is why so many YouTubers give up and quit. They think the algorithm is out to get them. The algorithm hates them. It's just that the algorithm wants to identify one video for that viewer that the viewer's going to love. Keep watching for a simple solution. This microphone has been causing a lot of turmoil, but I figured it out. Anyway, and furthermore, YouTube says this: how many videos has the user watched from this channel? So the more they come back to your channel, the more likely the algorithm will recommend your next video. But that brings us to this next statement, which makes it possible for any channel size, even a channel that's just getting started. No views, no subscribers, here's how to win. When was the last time the user watched a video on this topic? You see, we've got one bucket. Remember, the algorithm is going to pull videos from one bucket based on videos and channels the viewer watches, and then they're going to pull videos based on topics. If you're struggling, the more you can honor topics and keyword phrases, the more likely you can grow. Now, I just got this comment the other day. I got to tell you, some people, sometimes they're wrong. Tony Mustache something says, keywords are long gone. Well, think about this. Number one, this white paper is saying that topics matter to the algorithm and to viewers. And how is the algorithm going to know what kind of videos to serve to viewers if we don't have any words? Because keyword phrases are based on the words in our video title and what we talk about in our videos. Keyword phrases are alive and well, and I want to show you what I've done to get results like this. 150 views a day, primarily from search, but also from browse. So Tony, if you want to grow, think about keyword phrases. So what I like to do is I just think of keyword phrases as topics. For example, if you search for YouTube algorithm, that's a topic and it's also a keyword phrase. And I'm also ranking number 1 or number 2. Maybe you'll see number 3. It's based on a number of factors. But when I look at an account, a browser, where I'm signed out of YouTube, I notice that I'm number 1 for multiple keyword phrases. And you really can't argue with the results that I'm showing you here. And what do you think happens as you target more specific topics? YouTube is going to see that you've got a bigger audience, more people are watching, because targeting keyword phrases based on really specific topics makes it easier to compete against the channels that are currently kicking your butt. In fact, check this out. This is the amount of views my channel has driven over the last year, 227,000 views. Notice my number 1 traffic source is browse. Notice YouTube search has accounted for 43,000 views in the last year, which that may seem like a lot, but if you look at how my channel was performing several years ago, well, check this out. 1.3 million views from YouTube search alone, and in this particular 1-year time frame, the channel drove 3.5 million views. Here's what's up. YouTube search is not just about getting views from search. Think about what happens with individual viewers. They discover your channel from one single video, and if they like the video, the algorithm, guess what it does? It suggests or recommends your other videos, especially if they're based on a similar or the same topic, to that same viewer, and you get views not just from search, but from browse. YouTube search, 1.3 million views. Browse, 700,000 plus views. Suggested videos, 650,000 views, and so on. Because when I started my channel around 2017, Guess what I did? I targeted really specific keyword phrases. And even though my videos, they were wrong, they were bad, but there was something about those videos that a small group of people enjoyed. And you know what they did? They watched and they subscribed and they watched more videos, and my channel, well, it grew. Guitar Man in the house. And so let's talk about exactly what's going to happen when you publish your next video. First thing YouTube's going to do is it's going to try to determine the perfect audience, the people that are going to love the video that you publish. And it's going to serve your video to them, again, when they come on YouTube, whether they're watching on a phone or a TV, whatever. And then what YouTube is going to do is after a day, they're going to measure the performance of your video. YouTube is going to look at how long did the viewers watch? Did they subscribe? A lot of talk about subscribers don't matter. I understand why that's a discussion, but the fact of the matter is 100% beyond a shadow of a doubt, when someone subscribes, it sends a powerful signal to YouTube that viewers enjoy your videos. And YouTube is going to be more likely to send your video out on day 2. And this is exactly what happens. The performance of your video determines how it does on the second day. If it's good enough, YouTube will push it out. Interesting, now on day 2 of a video release, often what will happen is a lot less of my regular viewers will see the video, but YouTube pushes it out. I'm excited about day 1, but day 2 is where it's at, because that is when my video enters what I like to call nightmare mode. This is where your video is pushed primarily to non-subscribers. Now, still you're going to see subscribers watching, but again, it's mostly new viewers to your channel. And you have a chance to make a great first impression. If your video does good again, then guess what? You make it to day 3, and YouTube continues to push out your video to more and more viewers. And as long as the video performs as good or better than other videos on the platform around this one topic, well, the more likely your video will continue to get views past the 1-day period. And here's what's really exciting. There is a way to dramatically reduce the competition so it's easier to get the needed metrics, and that's based on getting really specific about the kind of videos you make. For example, back in the day, I learned that videos for me perform well when I talk about the YouTube algorithm. Did you notice that YouTube algorithm is in the title of this video? I'm trying to make it easy for the algorithm to connect my videos to the viewers who are interested in the YouTube algorithm. So I made sure to create a title that can do well in browse as well as in search, so my video shows up day after day. And the more you get really clear on specific individual keyword phrases, and you learn how to target specific keyword phrases, the more likely you'll see a specific kind of topic is the word I'm looking for, that will allow you to get tremendous results on YouTube. And there are 2 things that you want to know. One is the algorithm. There's a slight loophole that'll allow you to get a lot more watch time, which will help you to get your video pushed out and recommended. And then this video on the screen is based on SEO, and it's really powerful. Watch one of those videos, and when you do, sure, you'll get the views, but you'll feed a poodle.